making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Heather and welcome to Strings and Threads. Today's Thursday, which makes it Things We're Making Thursday. The theme song told you a little bit about it. It was written by Jess from J Hook Magic and her husband. They wrote it especially for our collab, so that was pretty special. And so Things We're Making Thursday started out a lot more like the jingle says. We would pick a free pattern each month when we first started it, January of 2023. And then everybody would work on the same pattern, show their progress throughout the month, show their finished pattern at the end of the month, and then there'd be a new free pattern picked. But it was always interesting to see how different yarns and different spins on the pattern could make the same pattern look different with different people making it. It was a lot of fun. But this year we decided to switch it up a little bit. So instead of free patterns, we decided to do themes, and people could use whatever pattern they wanted that had to do with the theme. And we also have a Facebook page. I wanted to mention that. I usually forget to say it, so I wanted to say that before I forgot it. Jenna from Jenna Stitches started the Facebook page. And it's for anybody to join, whether you're a content creator or not a content creator. It's a great place to go and share what you've made and make friends with other crocheters, talk about yarn, talk about projects you're working on, show off that thing you just made, whether it has to do with Things We're Making Thursday or not, ask a question about patterns. There's been a lot going on in there, and it's a huge group. It's a lot of fun, so I encourage you to join. I have a link for it in my description. This month's theme for Things We're Making Thursday is Try Tunisian, and it literally is my first time this month to try Tunisian. Not my first time. This month was my first time to try it, is what I was trying to say. So I had 2 Tunisian hooks, not even realizing what they were. I know I've mentioned this in other videos, so sorry if you already heard it. I was thinking that they were in with my knitting supplies, so I thought they were knitting item. I thought that you would pick up stitches that had dropped in your knitting with these. I suppose you could, but that's not what they are. Now I know what they are. And then my friend Linda sent me a nicer set of Tunisian hooks, and these are what I used this week, so I'm really excited about that. Linda also sent me this book called Tunisian Crochet Stitch Guide, and so now I can really start learning more stitches. I did the simple stitch in the very first video. I just kind of showed you my process of learning because I hadn't done a project yet, and I don't know if I'm like experienced enough to do something like a sweater or a scarf or anything like that yet, but I did with the simple stitch, I did a wonky dishcloth. And then this week I wanted to branch out and try a new stitch and see if I could make a square for the blankets that I've been putting together for the Cancer Center. And I've been doing 6 inches by 6 inch squares. And so what I did was I did the knit Tunisian stitch, and it is really cool. It does remind me a lot of how a knitted stitch would look, even though on the back, it looks like how the back would look on a knitted stitch. And this is basically 6 by 6. It's slightly smaller, but I think that it would stretch and it would work if it was sewn to the other squares around it. So that's how it turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. It was not that hard to pick up. At first, when I was first starting to learn it, I was doing it like you do the simple stitch because it's very close to the simple stitch. But then I realized, okay, yeah, I realized what the difference was. It took me like a row or two, and then I had to pull it out. I was like, okay, I see what the difference is between the two. Because I was like, this is the simple stitch. This is not the same thing as a knit stitch. But yeah, it curls a little bit. I heard that that's normal. You can block it or what I'll do is I'll just sew it to the other squares around it. So I think I'm going to do the same thing for next week. I'm going to try to do another 6" by 6" square to add to the squares so that I could have more squares to donate. And that way it gives me a chance to practice before I jump into any kind of project. You know, I want to have a little bit of practice, and I want to learn multiple stitches just so that I can have lots of choices. So I'm going to try a new stitch and try a new square for next week. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. It's free. It helps my channel out, and it also lets you know when I have new videos posted so that you can be up to date with what we're doing here on Strings and Threads. There's lots of exciting things going on. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.